time, guys. It is time to return. It is time to return to one of the goats. One of the current goats. And while Danno, I apologize for calling you a goat. I mean the figure of speech, not the animal. Unless you would like to be called a goat, I don't know. In which case, just let me know. Just send me a message. Today we are back looking at Danno Cal Draws. Some of the most entertaining but also informative YouTube animated shorts on the platform. When I first checked out this channel, I was really surprised with how much I loved it. And we took a little break.
But now we're back.
We are going to look at some of Danno's biggest and most interesting shorts from the last few months that I have never seen. I have not seen any of these. I'm really excited to learn some stuff, be amazed, and just have a darn good time. Let's check out Riggy and the gang. Exposing lies our parents told us.
Lies your parents told you growing up? Believe it or not, our parents don't actually know everything. Or sometimes they just lied to trick us, or sometimes for absolutely no reason. 1, you get stuck crossing your eyes. No matter how long you keep your eyes crossed, I promise they won't get stuck. 2, drinking coffee stunts growth. Not true at all. The closest possible explanation for this is that you're not supposed to drink caffeine during pregnancy, but other than that, it's impossible. 3, sitting too close to the TV can hurt your eyes. So interestingly, this rumor came from before the 1950s.
That's crazy. I remember, I think Jaden mentioned this in a recent video. Jaden mentioned that, like, sitting close to the TV can't damage your eyes. That's crazy. That goes against everything I was taught as a kid.
TVs were still feared to be radioactive, but nowadays we know this is just completely made up. 4, carrots help you get night vision. While carrots have vitamin A, which is good for your eyes, no regular carrot actually helps you see better in the dark. This was actually propaganda from World War II made up by British people to trick the Germans. Yeah, I'm serious. And 5, you need to learn math because you won't always have a calculator in your pocket. Now, not only is that not true for regular math thanks to the calculator app on our phones, but now we can literally have ChatGPT apps do our algebra for us.
Oh my gosh. Do people still hear that in school? Yo, if you're in school, do they No, they don't say that anymore. When I was growing up, they would always say, you need to learn how to do math because you're not always gonna have a calculator in your pocket when you're older. Now, everyone has a calculator in their pocket. What? Look, 2 + 2 = 4.
You taught him math too? Bruh.
Yo, if you're in school though, literally tell me, like, do they still say that? Do they still say, you don't have a calculator in your pocket all the time? That's so not true. I do think math is good to learn just because it helps your brain. Like, your brain needs certain types of challenges or else it won't grow properly. So, like, math is kind of important. If you hate math and you think it's pointless and stupid, genuinely, math is good for your brain. It will make you, like, smarter in general. So please, like, learn to enjoy math. One thing I do really like about math is that there's only one correct answer. Whereas, like, oh, if your teacher just doesn't like you, they can give you like a 60 rather than an 80 on like a written assignment. No, with math, there's only one right answer. And if you're right, you're right. You win. Like, your teacher can't like overpower that. Most insane pets in the world. YouTuber pets, let's go.
The most insane pets that people actually own. So normal people have got your regular dogs, cats, and goldfish.
Yep.
And if you want to get a little more unique, then we get to hedgehogs, raccoons, rats, things like that. But some people have had pets that are insanely wild. Starting off, actor Nicolas Cage and guitar player Slash both own snakes, which sounds kind of normal until you realize that they are terrifyingly large. Rapper Vanilla Ice had a pet kangaroo for 14 years.
Kangaroo!
Causing chaos. Actor Tracy Morgan owns an octopus, which he keeps in a massive tank, but it's not nearly as big as Ice-T's, which is home to multiple sharks. And while there have been others throughout history, like Elvis Presley's pet chimpanzee or Kristen Stewart's pet wolves, the most insane pets that anyone's ever owned, well, Mike Tyson famously had multiple full-on adult tigers that he kept as pets, which is honestly just crazy. But now you know.
Mike Tyson, you crazy dude.
I'm sorry. It's just when I hear a bell, it's instinctive. I go for the knockout every time.
You crazy Mike Tyson. I like that he put muffins in just the like slightly exotic but not too crazy section.
12 seconds later.
Okay, having a muffin on my shoulder is really hard with this microphone because I can't do anything with my hands. Hey, buddy. Hey, Felix. Okay, yeah, muffins aren't too exotic, you know? If more people realized how incredible muffins were, they'd be as popular as dogs and cats because they're basically as smart as dogs. They can be as loving. It depends on the muffin. Not every muffin is incredibly loving and wonderful. Not every muffin is incredibly, like, comfortable around people. But anyway, this boy is. Isn't that right, Felix? Felix, don't slide down. Don't slide down, buddy. Okay, fine. Hello, Feelington. How's it going? Do you have anything to say? There's no way you guys heard that, but we can try to crank the volume. Yeah, tigers, that's a little crazy. That's really dangerous, Mike. Michael, the tiger is a little too much. Okay, Felix, can we try to watch another one while you're still here? Is that possible? Do you think that's possible, buddy? What if you never showered? Wow, I bet this is really dumb, but really fun. Felix, pay attention. Pay attention, Felix.
What would happen if you never showered? Yes, obviously you'd smell and probably have a really rough time getting a partner, but beyond that, did you know it's actually dangerous going too long without a shower? So after a few days, dead skin cells and bacteria start building up on your body, not only causing a mild smell, but also irritation and itchiness. And sure, a nice scratch is good every once in a while, but if you go too long, you'll start getting the urge to constantly aggressively itch, potentially causing permanent cuts and scars on your body, which is really bad because opening up wounds on your skin during this time leaves you extra vulnerable to infection due to the buildup of bacteria leaking its way in, as well as allergic reactions, acne, and other nasty problems. However, if this is scaring you into wanting to shower 3 times a day, you need to know that showering too much can also give you issues, including getting rid of the good bacteria your body needs and drying up all your skin, opening you up to different types of infections. So make sure you're at least showering a couple times a week, but at max once every day.
Yes, this is so true. There's so much good information here. Okay, Felix, buddy, where are you trying to go? There you go. Chill back up top. Chill back up top, silly buns. Okay, I'm trying to give insight on this. Okay, yeah, showering too much is bad. And showering with water that's like super scalding hot is also not good for your skin. I used to have skin that had a lot of acne and a lot of irritation and redness and oil and all that stuff. And when I stopped using such hot water and stopped like washing it as crazily, my skin actually got so much better. But anyways, yeah, that is the thing about like if you aren't clean, like cuts and all of that stuff becomes a lot more dangerous because the more bacteria you have, the more susceptible you are to like illnesses and whatnot, which is also why if you get a new tattoo, you aren't supposed to go swimming for like a long time, because if you go swimming in say like a pond that has bacteria in it, when you have a new tattoo, it's basically like an open wound. So basically bacteria can get into it extremely easily. And if bad bacteria gets into a new tattoo, it can be really, really bad. So that's why they say you like don't go swimming, especially in any like lakes or ponds for like 4 weeks after you get a tattoo. Isn't that right, Felix? You know this, right? You will never ever, you'll go your whole life without ever knowing what a tattoo is. Isn't that right, buddy? Oh, you're happy. Oh my... He's so happy. Felix, you're such a good boy. You're such a good boy, buddy. Oh my gosh. So that is bruxing / boggling. I've explained it on the channel before, but if you don't know, basically that's like an extreme version of purring for rats. That means they're super, super happy. Was the moon landing faked? This is not the type of topic I would think that Danno would approach, but here we go. The age-old question. Let's tackle it, Felix. Are you ready, buddy? Okay, can you get back on my shoulder, please? Make this easier.
Was the moon landing fake?
I don't know.
But here's why some people think it may have been. 1, people criticize the fact that the lighting is wrong, since the sun should be the only light source, yet with their backs turned, they're still bright. 2, there's no stars visible in the recordings. 3, the American flag was straight even though there's no wind on the moon. 4, Neil Armstrong couldn't have been the first man on the moon since somebody had to have already stepped out to record him. And 5, there's no way the technology in 1969 was advanced enough, considering they used floppy disks and computers look like this. So what gives? Well, 1, light bounced off the moon and brightened everyone, because that's how light works. 2, most cameras can't pick up stars because they're too far away. Even our phones today struggle with it. 3, NASA admitted they put a wire in the flag to keep it straight so they could show it off on TV. 4, they had cameras strapped all around the rocket, which is how they got this footage. And 5, yeah, honestly, I have no idea how they made it to the moon on 4 kilobytes of RAM. But the biggest evidence of the moon landing being real is that the spacecraft they used is literally still on the moon. But now you know. Was the moon landing fake?
Cool. Oh my gosh, Danno, you're so smart. I love this intellectual content. This like, you know how RobertIDK is the most educational non-education channel? I would say Danno is the most entertaining education channel, you know?
Isn't that right, Mr. Felix?
How's it going, buddy? Are you happy? But the info in that one was actually super fun. I loved all of that. But yeah, I didn't even know all of those arguments for the moon landing thing. Like, that was all so interesting. All of those like sounded like good points, and then Danno just like clarified them so quick. Back up top for a young stunner. Okay, thank you. Back up top for a young stunner. Felix, you stay there. You stay there. You don't need to go downstairs. You don't need to go downstairs. Okay, apparently you do. Muffin Bear.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, we're gonna give Felix a quick break and see if he wants to come back later. Because, man, he still seems to want to hang out, but I think he needs a break because he needs to go to the bathroom because he just had a whirlwind of excitement. What if Earth was square-shaped? Let's go. We'd all fall towards the middle of the parts.
What if the Earth was a square? And I'm talking like full-on Minecraft block planet. What would happen?
Whoa.
Well, first, the planet's edges would most likely be clipping through the atmosphere. And whenever you walked anywhere, it would feel like you were walking on a steep incline, and like the air was getting thinner. But also, the gravity would get lighter and lighter as you reach the top. And at that point, if you simply jumped, you'd no longer be bound by gravity and you'd be flying through space. Other things to note, the weather would be completely whacked out, and animals and plants would have to adapt to the weird conditions to survive. Also, the oceans wouldn't actually look like this. They'd look like this, since water would be getting pulled to the center of Earth's gravity. But, although there have been 2 astronomers long ago who say they've observed square-looking planets out in space, most likely these claims were fake. Eventually, gravity would be too strong against the planet's shape and would crush it back into a sphere anyway. But now you know.
Yeah, those astronauts were capstronauts, if you ask me. Those astronauts, you know what they were doing? You know what they were doing? Yeah, right there. And if you also don't support when people cap, check out the cap on robertidk.net. They're available now for all of your capping needs. But we do not support capstronauts on this channel. Hashtag capstronauts. That is so cool. I love the way that Danno dissects these things. It makes me so happy. Also, by the way, Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, it just got re-released on Nintendo Switch. This is the GameCube version. This is what I grew up playing in 2004. This is my #2 favorite video game of all time. If you have a Nintendo Switch, I cannot recommend Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door enough. If you play it and it does really well, then Nintendo will finally make more games like this one, because there's not been a game like this since 2004. So I love Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door. It is my #2 most favorite game of all time. #1 being Banjo-Kazooie, of course. Should I eventually make a gaming channel and play through it? Yes, I should. But let me know in the comments. Is YouTube ending YouTubers?
Is YouTube killing old YouTubers in 2024?
Oh, no.
We all know that YouTube Shorts was introduced very recently, like within the past 3 years. And it's created a new way for people to enjoy short-form content on YouTube, which, for the longest time, only promoted longer videos with tons of watch time. But the issue is that while, yes, Shorts are a good way to grow a new channel, YouTube has also been making Shorts almost essential to stay relevant on the platform in 2024, with just how much they push the Shorts feed. Meaning, older YouTube channels and YouTubers who have been on the platform for years and years need to invest money and time into Shorts no matter what, or maybe even entirely change their content, because if they don't, their channel's views and therefore livelihood will just keep going down and down and down. Listen, Shorts have given me everything. They've made my entire channel, but it's still sad to see old creators pressured like this. So is YouTube killing older creators? Maybe not intentionally, but it does seem like staying relevant on YouTube is harder today than it ever has been before. And this is people's real life jobs we're talking about. And honestly, it's just sad to know. Is YouTube killing old YouTube?
That's a good question. That's a good question. Personally, homie, I'm doing pretty well. I haven't made shorts in like a long time. I used to make some shorts, and honestly, I think they kind of slapped. I hate pandas so much. Oof, this is so cringe. Kinda trash, not trying to hate, bro. Cringe, sweaty armpits. But I don't really make them too often anymore, because when I made shorts, I put a lot of effort into them. I think if I want to make more shorts, I need to make them, I need to do things a little bit differently than I was doing before. So I think I'll consider it, honestly. I probably should make some shorts. It probably would help my channel. You know what? Fine, Danno, fine. I'll do it and see how it goes. Fine. Well, look what we have here. It's our good pal, Kuma. Can you get on the shoulder, buddy? Can you get on the shoulder, or are you just gonna stay there? Kuma is genuinely one of the most beautiful muffins I have ever seen in my life. He is just such a beautiful, beautiful boy. Okay, I'm gonna try to put you on my shoulder, buddy. Get on the shoulder, you dingus. You absolute dingus. Get on the shoulder, bud. Okay, fine. You haven't been outside in a while. I understand. Okay, what a goofball. Man, he is so handsome, though. You are so handsome, buddy. I don't think he has any idea how handsome he is. Like, he has no idea. He just takes his handsomeness for granted. But I don't know if I'm gonna get any filming done with you, so I can't tell if you're happy or not, boss. Hello. Oh my gosh, is he gonna... Muffin. This boy's going back inside. This boy's going back inside. Say goodbye, Kuma, okay? Good boy, Kuma. Goodbye. Wow, what good boys we had today. Honestly, shout out to the muffins, guys. Hashtag muffin. Oh, and by the way, if I may plug my merch again really quickly. If you want to buy that muffin merch, the Rats Are Friends shirt and then the mouse pad, remember that if you get both items, when you go to checkout, you can type in the promo code muffin and get $5 off of your order. So you can get both really easily if you want to. And you can do that while you pick up the cap if you want to. If you want to. What goofy model pictures? I should really just have a picture of me on the store wearing the hat because I'm literally wearing the hat right now. It's real, people. So yeah, the link's in the description for the merch store if you want to check it out.
Don't look at me like that.
Tallest man alive meets shortest woman alive. Let's go.
The tallest person alive met the shortest person alive, and
What?
the pictures of them together are kind of insane. This is Sultan Kozan, the tallest person currently
Hello,
alive
Sultan.
on Earth. And this is Jody Amge, the
Hello,
shortest
Jody.
person alive on Earth. And crazily enough, they actually met multiple times.
Wow.
Well, neither of them are the tallest or shortest people in history, as the actual tallest person was 9 feet tall, but died in 1940, and the shortest person ever was less than 2 feet tall, but died in 2015. Though these two, the current record holders, still share an insane
Oh my
height difference.
gosh.
So much so that when they met, news articles claimed that it looked like she was the size of a doll compared to him.
Oh
And as it
my
turns out, his
gosh.
shoe is larger than half her size, which is absolutely insane. Luckily, they're great acquaintances, having met multiple times
They're
as the Guinness
great-
World Record
they're
holders.
a
And it's obvious
great
that they have a
acquaintance.
lighthearted, fun relationship whenever they're reunited. But now you know how the tallest person.
Oh my gosh, that is wild. That is
Wild.
I think that's so cool, dude. Like, people are all so different. Like, we all look so different from one another. Different heights, shapes, sizes, colors, shades, faces, everything. I love it. I love it. I love how no two people look the same. Well, with apologies to all my twins out there, you're valid and awesome as well. In fact, that's even cooler if you have one other person who looks just like you. I'm jealous, honestly. But man, I just love how all humans are just so different. And that's not me just trying to sound like a good person. Like, I just think like our differences are so cool, you know? In the past, I used to kind of feel weird about being different, mainly like mentally. I'm a bit different than a lot of people, you know? I have some quirks, you know? I was in a special class, etc. And it used to upset me, but then I just realized like how everyone being super, super different is super, super awesome. And I started to be grateful for all the things that are different about me, even if I don't really like them that much. And so, yeah, I think that video is really, really cool. You know, like there are people who like worry about like being, you know, like, oh, I wish I was taller, or I wish I wasn't so tall, or whatever. But then you have people on the extremes where it's like, you know, everyone has different struggles, and like the guy who's 8'7" would probably love to be 5'1" or whatever. Or like the person who's like 2 feet tall would love to be 4 feet tall, you know? It's like we all have different experiences, and just always keep that in mind. Like, you know, we all have our strengths and our weaknesses, and I just think that video was really, really cool. Shout out to Danno. Thank you for that. Why people throw shoes on power lines? Yo, let's go. This sounds so stupid.
Why do people throw shoes on power lines? If you're a city person, you've definitely seen what I'm talking about. But if
Yeah,
not,
I've
basically
seen
in any
like
majorly
Mike.
populated place, a lot of power lines you pass by will have shoes casually dangling from above. So why? Well, there's actually a couple reasons, besides petty vandalism. In some cultures, it has to do with being newly married, leaving your old shoes behind as you begin your new life. And in some parts of the world, it has to do with completing military service and throwing your shoes in triumph. But the
Wow.
biggest reason in America, it actually has to do with gangs, specifically rival gangs, and setting territory, displaying warnings,
no.
identifying spots for illegal deals, or
Oh,
showing off the
no.
shoes of someone that they've, yeah. But of
No.
course, there's also definitely a bunch of shoes out there that have been thrown up for no reason other than to be funny to a couple teenagers. But now you know. Why do people
Danno, that was way darker than I was hoping. I thought it was just, yeah, they saw the movie Like Mike, and they saw how Lil Bow Wow got the most incredible basketball talents of all time from getting those zapped shoes that were owned by MJ, Michael Jordan, of course. Oh my gosh.
All his life, Calvin Cambridge
Hey, punk!
had been pushed around.
Jesse Plemons from Breaking Bad?
And Michael Jordan went back down from no challenge. And neither is Calvin Cambridge.
But no matter how hard he tried,
Take a number, Ox, because you're about to be served.
Let's go. Calvin Cambridge was always whack at basketball. And then his shoes got thrown up. This movie's so good. I need to watch it again. Those shoes were owned by MJ. And now when he wears the shoes, he's amazing. Tracy Reynolds? You mean the basketball player that doesn't exist?
Here we go. Section 4, row 14.
Seat 2. I got the ticket! I got the ticket!
Now,
Make me like Mike.
Good luck to you, all right?
I know it was like that.
I didn't know it was like that, Tracy Reynolds. Oh, he's pretty good. Oh, what? Wow.
to a whole new level.
Last shot, little man. Recess is over.
I can't have this kid embarrassing me like this. Let's go.
With the big boys.
What the heck?
I guess this would be a bad time for me to ask you for your autograph.
Oh, got him.
Crowd tonight, and a lot of it is the Knights have a new player, Calvin Cambridge.
I got dogs bigger than that in my house.
And then they add the kid to the professional team.
Calvin Cambridge, you just need to get back to that sandbox where you came from.
I need to watch this movie again.
Make your move.
Oh my gosh.
Kid's got game.
Go, get him.
And B.
Let's go. Guys, shout out Like Mike. Oh my word. I loved that movie, dude. That I would have been 8 when that came out. Dude, I loved Like Mike. I remember the song. They're playing basketball. We love the basketball. Yo, basketball is my favorite sport. I love the way you dribble up and down the court. My favorite play is the alley-oop. Poggers. Let's see if I can find it. It's basketball. Yeah, here we go. Yo, basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way you dribble up and down the court. My favorite play. Okay, that's how much I know, sorry. What if all chickens disappeared? Let's go!
What if every chicken on Earth disappeared?
What if everyone...
Question. Someone's running out of ideas, aren't they?
No, listen,
No.
chickens actually make up a massive part of our world economy and food industry, supplying
Word.
us with 2 resources, meat and eggs. If
Chicken
all the
and
chickens
chicken.
disappear, then so do they.
So, boo-hoo, no more eggs for breakfast.
Yes,
Riggy,
which
shut
means
up!
places like McDonald's can no longer sell Egg McMuffins for breakfast. But more impactful, Chick-fil-A and KFC are immediately out of business,
Yup.
leaving hundreds of thousands
My
of people
breakfast
across
is
the world
ruined.
jobless. And in the US, especially these states, could fall into hardships, as a lot of their economies are based around the poultry industry.
But they're just chickens. You guys would be fine.
Okay,
Riggy,
yes,
shut
while
up!
chicken is a big part of most people's lives now. If they disappeared, we'd probably just replace them with duck or goose. But still, there'd be no
Whoa.
more chicken sandwiches, no more eggs, and most importantly, no one to cross the road.
Are you kidding me? This whole short was just for a dumb pun?
Yep, and now you know. What if
Oh, Danno got him! Danno got him with the sneak attack! Was not expecting that, Danno. Was not expecting that. Yo, let's talk about eggs real quick. I've said this before, I'm gonna say it again. If you are a person who purchases eggs, please make sure you buy some form of cage-free pasture-raised eggs. They only cost a little bit more, and what it means is the eggs are way healthier for you, and the chicken was treated a lot better throughout its life. If you want to support the ethical treatment of animals while still eating animal products because of their health benefits and their taste and everything like that, please get pasture-raised, cage-free eggs. They are better in every way, and the chickens will thank you with literally with their lives. So, you know, shout out to all of my chickens out there, honestly. And also, by the way, the muffins are going crazy. I'll show you. All right, before I put these eggs back in the fridge, let's check on the muffin bears. I see some muffin bears, I think. I think we got an Andy Pants. I think we got an Andy Pants. And then I think we got a Feelington Bear. And then I think we got a Mr. Kuma. Wow. And then I think we got a Mr. Mouse. Hello, Mr. Mouse, the old boy. He's doing okay, guys. Don't worry about his face. But where is the final bear? Where is the final bear? We have one more. That's him. His name is Charlie Bear. His name is Charlie Bear. His name is Charlie Bear. Charlie Bear. He's a muffin. Charlie, is that the only cameo we're gonna get? Okay, cool. Well, everyone else says hi. We love you. Thank you for being such a good boy on the video today, Mr. Felix. You were Charlie!
It's the gray boy, it's Gandalf. Hello, Mr. Gandalf. Hello, Mr. Gandalf, good boy. Okay, you got a nibble? You got a nibble, buddy? How's my mouse? Hello, how's my mouse? What a good boy. Good boy, Felix. Good boy, Kuma. And you're grabbing it too, Mister? You trying to grab it too, Mr. Kuma? Listen, I know you're the handsomest boy in the world, but you don't need to try and grab it. Okay, love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. And love you. Bye, Andy Pants. Goodbye, Andy.
You know what, guys? I don't know if this video could possibly be much better, so I feel like we should maybe just call it there. If you want this video to continue, we will do a 4th Danno Cal Draws video, but you have to let me know in the comments, and hopefully Danno likes this one as well. I know he watches them and he enjoys them for the most part. So guys, if you want to see another video just like this, make sure you are subscribed to Danno Cal Draws. He did all the hard work. We are just out here being silly and memeing and being goofballs. Here is the full playlist of times we have looked at Danno Cal Draws, or here's a video that YouTube thinks you in particular will like. I will see you here. I will see you there. Peace out, people. I love ya. Have a good one. Bye.
Wow, this footage looks really nice. I hope you like it. I'm adding this in for no reason.